apologies for that. I don't know if you can all see my screen. Please, I want
Yes, please, we can.
All right, thank you so much. Yeah, so Mrs. Adebisi Peters is the creative lead of Jes Hannah Beauty and a distinguished makeup and SFX artist. She has served as the lead makeup and SFX artist for Mr. Macaroni Entertainment. I believe everyone knows Mr. Macaroni, and has worked extensively in film, TV, and music videos. And notable projects include TV shows like UBA Bumper Show and Lions Den Nigeria, and films such as Mr. My Sunshine, The Underwater, Family Funa, Chemistry, Dinner with Friends, Tribe Called Judah, Moments, Netflix in Nigeria Chemistry, Kambili, The Olive, and My Film School. In the commercial sector, Adebisi has contributed to the projects for Taj Bank, UNICEF Nigeria, and HFM. She has also worked on short films and skits with creators like Mr. Macaroni, Dollars, Nas Boy, and Dem Victor. Her expertise extends to photography and editorial, collaborating with 360 Photography, Mikon Studios, Project or Alfred Ike Ogu, and Slide. Adebisi's versatile skills and creative vision make her a sought-after artist in the entertainment industry, continually elevating her standards of makeup artistry. So, let's welcome Mrs. Adebisi as she shares with us and pours into our hearts on makeup and special effects. Please, can you just welcome Mrs. Adebisi with emojis, claps, and everything you can think of. Thank you so much.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, ma'am.
I don't even know where to start from. Thank you so much for the introduction, sir. My head is swelling here. Thank you so much. I'm also happy to be doing this with you people, with you guys, everybody tonight. And I pray whatever it is we talk about today will be impactful in the mighty name of Jesus.
Amen.
Before we begin, I don't know if there's anything like people that are listening, anything you want to know about makeup, because I want to start with your questions first so that it's going to be interactive. If you have any question for me, I know we've not started anything yet, but I actually like to start with questions. Like if anybody here has questions for me, you can go ahead.
Okay, I think there's a question in the chat box.
Yeah, I've seen it. Is it ladies that do makeup and SFX? Not really. I don't know if you know Akim Effect.
Yes.
It's the guy. Oh, I expect the ladies here to talk. Okay. Both male and female can do makeup. What's it called? Akim Effect is actually making money off makeup now. Like, so anybody can do makeup. It's not just about trying to beautify someone. It's also about telling a story, creating a character with your model or your actor's face. So even on set, we do makeup for guys with acne, maybe black spots and all of those things. So it's not just a ladies thing, both male and female, everybody. Okay. Is there any other question?
For me, I would ask. Okay, I think someone has asked the question already.
No, you can ask that since it's written, so you don't forget what you want to say.
Oh, okay, great. So I want to ask that: is it for makeup artists or for makeup general and special effects? Is it looking to? For me, it's always looking kind of difficult to create something, especially for you are changing someone's face or creating a mood for a face. How do we do that, or how do we come about doing that?
Like, I don't get your question, sir.
Or I said for makeup now.
Yes,
First
sir.
of all, is it all that difficult to do? Especially for males. I don't know for ladies or for males. For me now as a guy, there are two creating probably changing the face of a person in a movie.
Yeah.
So like Tara Perry uses a different face.
Yes.
And he acts the several scenes he does. Yeah, so different characters. So how is it difficult to do, or how is it achievable?
It's not actually difficult to do. So once you have the script, it's going to tell you everything you need to know about makeup. It's going to tell you, okay, this person has let's bring it down to a Nigerian place. Like, this person is a beautiful lady, but she has a tribal mark. That means, even if the person doesn't have a tribal mark, you have to give the person a tribal mark. And it is not really difficult. And I don't know if I'm getting your question well. I think you meant, is it always difficult to do makeup for male, or is it difficult for a man
as
to do?
As a male artist, is it difficult is it easy to learn?
Yes, anybody can learn makeup. It's something you can do by yourself. It's not rocket science. It's actually really simple, provided it is actually what you want to learn. You understand? If your mind is there, if it is something you really want to learn, then it is very, very simple. In fact, it's something you can learn under 1 month if you really want to learn. And then Mr. Oladotu, I don't know if I answered your question. How do you keep continuity of makeup that has been done? Oh, great. This is actually very, very simple. So for just normal beauty makeup, let's take, for example, the person has 20 scenes in different locations. What we actually do is to take a picture of the person's face when we are done with the makeup, so that we are going to be able to replicate it for the next scene, maybe in another location or another day. Because most times, if they do a scene today, they might continue with it tomorrow or 2 days after. So we just have to, try as much as possible to make it look the same as the first time you did it. And then for SFX, same thing also applies. We actually take pictures or we make prosthetics. This prosthetics is like, let's say, I don't know I'm going to explain it. It's just like a mold, like a sticker. Let me put it that way, like a sticker. We make a sticker from scratch. It's not necessarily a sticker, it's skin-like. So what we do mostly is, but picture is also very, very important. We take pictures so that we know where and how it was placed. And then we make prosthetics because we want the same scar for SFX now to look the same as how it was before. So that now you're not seeing the scar on someone's cheek, and then the next time you're seeing it, it is now on the person's jaw. You understand? That's why we take pictures, and yeah, it is rubber like it's like skin. The texture is like skin, is like silicone. It's very, very soft to touch, but it's actually very, very expensive to make. So most people actually just do the makeup on the actor and then take pictures, because not all production have money to make prosthetics, but we can always improvise. You just take pictures and okay, this was how it was placed. This was how it was, And then also the what's it called? We also have to follow the timing. Let's say, for example, someone has a scar on his head. The way the scar is today, on a normal day, like a normal scar, the way the scar is today is going to be different tomorrow. When the scar starts healing, it's going to be different in a month's time, and it's going to be different in a year. So you also have to follow, you have to be consistent, maybe do different prosthetics, or okay, when someone just injures themselves, it is fresh. After a while, it is covered. Then 1 month after, it is leaving like a fresh scar on the person's face. 1 year later, it's looking darker. So that is it for that. And I don't know if anybody has any other question before I go into what I've written down today.
I have a question, Ma. Good evening, Ma.
Good evening.
Okay,
please, what's your name?
Okay, my name is Chinaza.
Okay, hi Chinaza.
Yeah, hi, Ma. So I don't know if you talk about it, but makeup artists are everywhere in Nigeria doing different things in different industries. So I don't know if you would tell us a bit of what inspired you, if maybe along the line, maybe if you maybe when the lecture starts, what inspired you or what brought you to that space, how you enjoyed it, and how you actually found that this is where you want to stay as career. Yeah.
Okay. I was actually doing 9 to 5 before this. I think as at 2017 or so. And then something happened at work, and I got to work late and I was sacked. I'm sorry, this story is long, but it's very, very funny. And I was sacked. And then a week after, a friend of mine told me about a job. And then we went to the island. We're like five of us. We lapped ourselves, I think 2-2 or so. So when we got there around 8:30. And the interview did not start until what time? The interview did not start until I left, because I know I left around 1. And the reason why I left was because, I don't know, it might sound somehow, was because while waiting for the person that wants to interview us, he stays upstairs, and then downstairs is where he operates like his businesses. He sent his dog, and then the security guy went upstairs, and then one thing led to the other. The dog was there, and then they bought Chicken Republic for the dog that day. As at then, a bucket of Chicken Republic chicken was like, I think, 4,500 or 5,000. And then they already told us the salary we were going to collect was 30K monthly. Then I was sitting there, I was calculating, okay, this dog is eating, let's say, 3-5 daily times 30 days. That means I'm not even making up to this dog. I just left the interview that day and I went home. And makeup is something I was actually doing for fun. If my mom wants to go out, I would just if my mom wants to go out, I would just, I'll do her makeup. Every Sunday, if she wants to go to church, I'll just, pancake her face. And then when I got home, I was like, am I sure I want to work under someone? Because everybody I've worked with, I don't know. I'm always having one issue or so with them. The other place I worked, the woman accused me of stealing. I had to leave because I don't like working with someone, and I'm a very, very honest person. I'm very transparent. But when you start accusing someone of stealing, like that is the extreme for me. So when I got home that day, my mommy was like, you did not wait for the interview, blah, 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 blah. And I told her that this was what happened. She made jest of me like, what do you mean? So 1 week after that, our friends came, and then I did their makeup. They gave me 500 naira each. I think we were like 3. That was 1.5 as at 2016, 2017. And I was like 1.5. Okay, as at then, it's actually not bad, you know, because I don't even have anything. I was just using my mommy's makeup products. So one of our friends now, like they went out, someone else saw their makeup and they were like, your makeup is nice. So who did your makeup for you? And that was how it started for me. My mommy was even the first person to buy my first set of brushes. I still have them. So when she noticed that people are already calling me for makeup, she got the brushes for me. And that was how I started. I started from 500 naira to 1,000 naira to 2,000 naira. It was until one day I met one lady. She came to the front of my house. She said she's a producer. She was not complaining that she's going to do her makeup. She's going to host an event and all of those. I was like, Ma, if you don't mind, I can come and do your makeup for you. She was like, I don't have money. Oh. I was like, you don't have to pay me now. So I went there. I did her makeup. So there was a guy that was also part of the people that they interviewed that day. He saw me and he was like, oh, really? He has a music video that he wants to work on, but he's looking for a makeup artist. Can I undo the makeup for him? I was like, okay, no problem. He said, how much? I was like, how many ladies? It was like 5 ladies. I was like, oh yeah, now 2K each. The guy just looked at me and he was like, 2K each. Okay. I don't know. I felt, did I overcharge him? Did I send him away? But then the guy called me for the job, and by the end of the job, he gave me 30K. That was my first time collecting, you know, a whole month salary in a day. And I was like, hey. And then the guy was like, you are good, though. I like you. You are calm. You are good. I like to introduce you to someone. And then he introduced me to a lady that changed my life. Because then I thought I was just going to be doing makeup for, party guests. And then my story just changed. And then I started working with this lady, Faizo. She's very big in the industry too. I don't know if you've heard about her. So I started going. The first time I went on set with her, she left me alone on set. I did a makeup I don't even know of. And I did a makeup I don't even know. They just sent me pictures of the person's face and I had to replicate it. So I was the only one on set the very first time. It was not easy, I'm not going to tell you. I cried because some actors can be actors, But then, since then, it has been sweet. I told myself, okay, this is what I want to do. I like it. I like the rush. And then that was how it started for me. Like, I just told myself I'm not doing 9 to 5 again. And then God was just God. And then that was how it started. And started working with Faisal. Then I was on my own. And now I'm still doing makeup. Yes. I'm still doing makeup. But one thing I actually used to tell people is that when you are learning makeup is actually very big, it's broad, it's wide. Just pick something, okay, this is what I enjoy doing. Like me now, it's not as though I don't do weddings, but I don't enjoy parties. I don't like going to parties. I don't like loud noises. So that's why I don't like taking wedding jobs. And if I'm going to take wedding jobs, I don't know, I'm going to bill you because I know I don't, I don't like noises. So you just pick a niche. Okay, this is what you want to do. You can do everything, but I feel you should just pick something that you are really good at. If it is bridal makeup, if it is O&B for guests, if it is film and TV or editorials, or just pick a niche, and then from there, when people know you that okay, this is what you do and you're very good at it, then I think people start calling you for jobs from there. Yeah. And okay, I think that's my story. If you have any other question, please, before we go into it, if there's anything you want to ask, please do. You're welcome. Exactly. Just just have a niche. If there's no question, I think I'm going to start with what I've written now. It's just the normal basic steps for makeup. And I think people don't actually understand what makeup is. When people hear makeup, all what they think about in their head is pancake. Just put foundation on the person's face and make this person look different. Actually, makeup is not supposed to make people look different. It's just supposed to highlight your features and make you look good and feel good. And when you're doing makeup for a male actor or artist on set, maybe the person has dark spots, or the person has what's it called, acne and all of those things. It is actually very tricky to do makeup for male than for female, because for female, you know, okay, I'm just putting foundation all over the face just to cover everything. But for male, it is different. If you put makeup on a guy's face and it is too much, it's going to be very obvious. So you just have to go in slowly. Maybe you can just focus on the dark parts, and then you blend out, and then you put translucent powder or brown powder on it if the actor or the model doesn't mind. You just put black powder, brown powder or white translucent powder on it, and that is it for guys. And then you just groom their brows. You know, if the powder is on their lashes, you just put mascara and maybe lip balm or chaplet. That way. And I also think another trick that works is when you're done with everything, you also have to apply setting spray on the guy's face so it looks believable, like it's the person's skin. Because by the time camera is on the person's face and you've packed foundation on the actor's face, then it's not going to look so. In fact, the director or the DOP will call you that, please come, this thing is looking tacky, just, you know. And then for female, and I tell people this, that little is more. If you're doing film, you understand what I'm saying. Little is more, because makeup oxidizes after a while. Imagine if you have used a lot of powder and foundation on your actor's face. After a while, the person's face starts feeling heavy, because most times they take the makeup for like 24-hour stretch. So you just, a little goes a long way. Just focus on the, you know, on the blemishes, on the dark spots, on the acne. You can do whatever it is you like with your brows and your eyes and everything, and your lips, but the skin should feel fresh and breathable. You understand? If your actor is feeling the makeup, then the person will be able to act well. I don't know if I'm even saying it well, but if the person's face is, you know, swollen and all packed with powder and foundation, then the person, I don't know how I'm saying, like the person won't be in character. The person will start feeling some type of way. The person will start feeling some type of way. I don't know. And that is it for that. For special effect makeup, is not something really serious. You just have to follow instructions for that. Let's take for, what's it called, Afamefuna. I don't know if you people noticed, but there was a transition with the Unwa boys where they had to do what's it called? Where they had to do different years. Like they're already 5 years into the craft, they're already 10 years into the craft and everything. So what we just did is, for each year, what we just did is that for each year, I just added fake mustache for the guys. Some people I gave them goatee. Some people I just added fake mustache on their what's it called? I don't know. Yeah, the fake mustache on their this thing. Other people I just, we just tried to make it look different from how they came. When they came, all of them did not have beards. Some had beards, but it was not full. So you just have to follow the story, even if they did not put it. It's something a makeup artist can come up with, like, okay, for this person, I want them to look different from how they looked 2 years ago, 3 years ago, even before they changed the actors, you understand? So that was actually what we did for the boys. We added beards for them, and it was very simple. In fact, if you don't look at it well, like if you don't pay attention to all of those details, you might not even notice that we did something like that for them. And that is how it's actually supposed to be. It's supposed to look believable. Even if you're working with gory scars or anything, it should look believable. You should not just look as though they pasted it on this person's skin, like, oh, it's not supposed to look that way. Even though it was that way before, we can always, improve with everything we do. And when it comes to making money off makeup and SFX, I tell people that, fine, money is important. Money is actually very, very, very important, because we are all doing this. We are all doing whatever it is we are doing to make money or to make ends meet. And but when you're too focused on money, I don't know, there's a way it pulls you back from what you're supposed to achieve. Let me use myself as an example. When the lady told me that day that I don't have money, if I had said no, maybe I'll still be doing O&B makeup and still be collecting 5,000 naira now or 7,000 naira per person. You understand? So don't let us be money. Well, let us be, but there are some instances where okay, this thing, will I benefit from it? Will this collaboration be of help to me? You get that way, you might be doing yourself a huge favor. And when you're trying to make money off film, I'm not going to lie to you, there's no money. Well, there's money in filmmaking, provided you know how to negotiate well, and the people you're working with have a very, fat budget. But most people, if they call makeup artists now, they'll tell you, there's no money, there's no this. If you're doing something like that and you're trying to compromise with quality and everything, I'm going to tell you that please don't. Always stick to your price, especially when you know you want to work to achieve something. Don't say, okay, I can always improvise and then do this. By the end of the day, you are still going to be the one they will blame. They'll be like, I makeup artist and you more share. So what I said is that makeup artist that doesn't know what he or she is doing. But nobody would know they begged you to collect a certain amount of money. You understand? So when you're trying to budget for a movie, please always make sure you charge your worth. Don't charge with the fact that, okay, let me just do it because I'm broke, because I'm this. Fine, you can do it because you are broke, but if it is way below what you can, because it's not professional for anybody to already agree to a job and you're already on that job, you're complaining. It doesn't make you professional. That's why I used to look at people that they called you for a job and after like a day or two, you're complaining, the work is too much for the money you even paid me. I used to ask myself that you said yes to this thing. So when you're talking about money on set, you're not supposed to complain because you agreed to it in the first place. So when you're budgeting or trying to go for a job, always, and I repeat, always I don't even know how I'm going to say it, but just don't compromise on quality just because you want to work on a particular job. And I know it's actually not easy getting jobs. Even for me, there are some times that everywhere is just dry, and there are some times that I would have like 3 or 4 jobs in a month that I'll be looking for assistants to send to that job. So every day is not, every day is not Christmas, if I can say that. So don't always think about the fact that, oh, because this is like this today, is a makeup or even filmmaking is not all the time. Let's say around December, January, people want to showcase their movie. So around September, that's when everybody are shooting. January, February, March is mostly dry for some people. And then some people, that's when they get more jobs. But I'm just saying that all of these things, they have season, makeup and everything. Especially if you are focused on doing film alone, there are going to be days you'll be at home. But if you are doing everything, like, okay, you're doing film and you have party guests or editorials, makeup, all of those things too, they help. But if you focus on just film as a makeup artist, then you know, okay, there are seasons where everything is going to be dry, and that is fine. And don't be scared to collaborate with people. Sincerely, I don't say this enough. See, relevant collaborations, let me put it that way, because there are some people that just want to use it for their own selfish gains. Don't be scared to collaborate with other creatives like you. Don't be scared to create content, even if I myself, I create content, but to post them is hard. But then don't be scared to showcase your job. You might look at whatever it is you've done, makeup wise, SFX wise, and is looking somehow to you like, it's not like, you'll be like, this thing doesn't make sense, does it? And to some people, it is what they want to do. It is something they've been really trying to do, but you are doing it, but it's not looking good in your eyes. Just keep on doing you. You don't know what people out there are saying. You don't know if your makeup is people's style of makeup, because not everybody likes the normal concealer, foundation, contour, highlighter feel. Some people just want the normal basic makeup, which was what they used to do before. Just powder, foundation, and my brows, and liner, and then let's go. I don't want those contour. Some people don't like it. I have clients like that they don't like it. So you just have to listen to your client's demand, and then you are good. And as a makeup artist also, please don't assume that you know everything, especially when it comes to a client or an actor. There are some people that react to different things. I've seen someone that told me, they react to bonding glue, which is fine. We don't use bonding glue for them. And I've seen someone that told me, oh, I don't like lash glue. It is bonding glue that I use. Like, fine, we use bonding glue for them. And there are some people that react to wipes. People react to wipes, maybe the fragrance in it or anything. Don't always assume that you know these things. Some people react to some certain ingredients. That's why the first thing you should ask from your clients is, do you have any allergies? Are you allergic to wipes? You understand? Because since when someone told me they're allergic to wipes, since then I've been using these Krigsland wipes. It's water only, no fragrance, no oil, just what's it called? Tissue and water. So people react to different things. So it's not going to start looking as though you now use everything after the client says, oh, I react to this. And by the end of the day, we are all on Insta blog. I told this client my face is swollen or I have rashes. And the last thing on my list, hygiene. yes, you have to be very, very, very hygienic with all your tools. Just don't say, oh, because I only use this for one person, and I'm not going to wash my brushes, or I'm not going to sanitize my makeup bag, or I'm not going to do this. You have to clean up after every client or customer or actor. You don't use the same brush on two people, because we don't know what is on someone else's face that we are carrying, or someone with allergies, or they have a kind of skin condition. You wash and sanitize your brushes all the time. And you also have to be very clean with whatever it is you do, even appearance wise and everything wise. You have to be very clean with everything you do. So you have to clean your brushes. In fact, if it is possible for you, that is what I do. I wash my hands before I start doing anybody's makeup. And if I'm in a place where I don't have access to water, I use this isopropyl alcohol to sanitize my hand, and I clean it instantly before and after everything. Please just wash your brushes every time, clean your makeup. See, I don't know if I'm not a makeup artist and I book someone for makeup session and you come to my house with a dirty makeup bag, I'm not going to allow you to touch my face. So I put myself in people's shoes, that okay, if I'm this person, will I do this? Will I do that? You understand? You have to be very clean with your brushes and whatever it is you use on your client's face. And oral hygiene also, because we are always in people's faces. It doesn't even have to be just oral hygiene. Deodorants, everything. You have to make sure you look good. The fact that you're always in people's faces, sometimes you will not talk for a while, and there's a way people's mouth smells when you don't talk for a while. You can buy gum, put it in your bag. If you are walking, put gum in your mouth and chew. Use deodorant, use antiperspirants, because sincerely, I know someone, Nse, she she said she stopped working with a lady because she has body odor. Imagine that, like someone not calling you for jobs because of your negligence to your hygiene. So we also have to be hygienic with everything we do. We are in people's faces. You are talking to people. You are touching people. You have to be very, very clean. And lastly, when it comes to picking products for yourself, I used to say that I know you don't have money, but please don't buy cheap brands. You can buy cheap brands. I'm not saying you should now go and buy fancy or 80-something thousand because you want to. You can. I have cheap brands in my bag. I have expensive products. If you call me for a job and you tell me, BC, this is what I want to do, this is my budget, I know the kind of makeup I'm bringing to you with your money. But that still doesn't mean I'm buying expired products from all those people that sells under the bridge. You also have to be very, very picky with all of those things, because we are talking about people's faces here. You don't want to use something that is going to irritate their skin and everything. And even for SFX, there are some certain things people used to do, because I've seen someone apply fake beards with bonding glue. And then when the actor removed the bonding glue off his face, he had rashes there for days. You get, imagine if that person is a big time actor, if the guy was still complaining about it. So just don't say because it is, like I said, they did not pay me well for this job, so it's what I have that I would use. Fine, you can use what you have, but just use something that is safe. If just put yourself in that person's shoe, because actors, what are they selling? They're selling their faces. You don't want to spoil their face for them, because all of these things is very, very funny. I've been in a job where the girl said, if it is this makeup artist that you people are using on this set, I'm not coming. No. just because she saw the guy and she had a bad experience with the guy on set. He said, I'm not going to come, or better still, I'm not going to wear makeup. So just don't compromise on, just say, okay, fine, there are some certain things you can actually, you know, you don't have this, you don't have that. Let me quickly use this. Provided it is skin friendly, please use. I'm begging you, please use. What's it called? There's this product that they used to apply, that is used to apply fake hair on people's head. It's called Pros Aid. But then there was a particular time I did not have Pros Aid. And all the vendors, they said they don't have. I improvised. Guess what I used? This frontal glue. That was what I used. And it worked, because that night I tried it on my skin. I have very sensitive skin. So I tried it on my skin and I was like, okay, this thing did not irritate me. And I used it. And since then, I've not been buying Pros Aid. I've been using frontal glue to apply fake hair on the beard or on the client's head. If there's anything that you want to use with glue and hair, that's what I use now. I don't buy Pros Aid anymore, even though I have it. I don't use it because I noticed that one is way stronger. But I should not now go and say because Top Bond is going to do the same thing, I should not put Top Bond on someone's face. It's going to sting and it might even dry out the person's skin. So you can look for other safe alternatives to use when you're buying makeup products and all of these things. Please, and don't buy expired products. Whenever you're buying your product, check for the expiry date and all. I think I've covered everything I write. I did not really write a lot for this class, but if you have any questions about makeup, the monetary part of it, please don't hesitate to ask questions. I'm so sorry. I felt I talked a lot. Oh, please, if you have any questions, I'm here to answer your question now.
All right, thank you so much, Ma. Thank you.
You're
Mrs.
welcome,
Adebisi,
sir.
thank you so much. Can we just please appreciate her for thus far the talk, the information she has shared. All right, I think there are some questions. Please, we can drop our questions in the chat box. And let's see where we are. Okay, there are some questions in the chat box already from Mr. Dotsun. It says, what's your makeup process like for female and also for male?
Female and also for male. Also, what are the basic products to get started as a makeup artist? Also, for a makeup artist on set, how do you guys work with time? Let me start from the last question. When they give everybody 8 o'clock call time, they are giving makeup artists 6 a.m. They are giving makeup artists 6 a.m. because they want you to be on set. You know, if you have to organize your product, if you have to do some certain things, most times they even give some of the actors early call time just so they can be on track, like with timing, because timing is always a very big issue on set, especially with makeup. That's why if you have more female on set, I used to advise people to just get more hands. Don't say, okay, I can do 5 people. You're not Janway, you just kill yourself. So you just get more hands, you know, that way people will be able to cover different faces at the same time, you understand? So when someone is done with a look, you know, okay, we are all going to finish at the same time. And also, what are the basic products to get started with as a makeup artist? I feel the products you want to buy depends on the amount of money you have at hand. You understand? So you just create a scale of, what's it called? Scale of preference okay, these are the most important things I need for now. Those are the things you buy. You can't buy everything at once. Even me, myself, I'm still buying. So you just have to buy what you need and the people you work, like the kind of shade, the shades you work with regularly. Those are the type of foundations you buy, because there are some shades I've gotten for like a year or two. I got one albino one shade for an albino. I've only used it 2 times because I don't get albino customers, you get. And you just buy them according to your scale of preference. And what was your makeup process like for a female and also for male? For females, I think is the normal routine. You get just normal routine. You just prime your face, you use primer, you apply foundation, you conceal the problem areas with concealer, then you apply eyeshadow, mascara. You understand this? The normal process is still the same. It's still the same process you do for the face. But what I said before is keep it minimal, especially with your foundation, concealer, and powder. Keep it minimal. Little is more. Little goes a long way. You can always build it. In fact, I even used to tell people that after doing a client's face or an actor's face and you need to do touch-up, don't use what's it called, your powder again. You can use translucent powder. And also for male too, the same thing. You don't even need to do much for guys. I said it the other time. Just put your primer, your foundation or concealer to cover spots, translucent powder, groom the brows, apply mascara on their lashes, and give them lip balm, and they are good. And then you spray their face to make it look, for everything to settle down into the skin. How do you collaborate with directors and costume designers to develop a character's makeup look? Oh, I think this is it's a very simple thing. I think everybody has their own brief. If they give you a script, you already know, okay, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing. Okay, this is how I want. You talk to the director or the producer that, okay, is this, what do you want? How do you envision this character? Tell me. And then once the director tells you, okay, this is what I expect, this is what I expect, and you talk to the costume designer if it is something that is going to be very tricky to wear. Because there was a particular time I did full fake hair for someone that is bald. The person is bald, the person doesn't have hair. And then I noticed all the costume the person bought, like the person brought that day, the person has to wear it from the head. Imagine the challenge it was. Like, it was really difficult, because so if we had known that, we would have spoken to the costume designer that, okay, all the outfits you want to give this man, can you please make it, like a shirt or something that you can just put on, because it was a challenge for us. We were struggling per scene. Whenever they want to change a scene like this, we were struggling horribly. And then I think that's that. Just talk to, in fact, everything you need is in the script. Only if the director or the producer wants to add anything. Everything you need is already in the script. As a makeup artist, do you also get to read the script, or they just tell you what they want for the character? No, you read the script. And most times, most of these directors, they don't even want to release their script because of, I don't know, issues. They don't want the script to leak or everything or something. So you just tell them that, oh, you have to read the script, because you also, when you read the script, you also know how to charge the clients. Most people will tell you, you're just doing makeup for 4 people. It's just 3 people max you are doing makeup for. You're not worried about anybody. And then you now check the 3 people you are doing makeup for. They might be wearing 3 to 5 different looks daily. And then you will have a party scene. And by the end of the day, they say, those ones are normal now. Those ones are normal. So you just have to read the script so you know how to plan and how to charge. Yes, just so you know how to plan and how to charge. How do you break down a script to identify the makeup and special effects needs of each scene? So what I do is whenever I am reading a script, that's why it's always very difficult for me. Whenever you give me a script and it's like 87 pages and I don't get the job, it's always painful. Because whenever I'm reading my scripts, even the first time you give it to me, I get the job or not, I am already doing my breakdown. Passing. Okay, from the beginning, she entered with a smudged makeup. Okay, I'll write it down. Scene 1, Aderayo enters with a smudged makeup look. That means I know I'm going to do a full face makeup and then I will smudge it to look as though, okay, because they said Aderayo entered with a smudged look. So that is how I do my own breakdown. I do my breakdown per scene. And then if there's any scene, okay, they got into a fight and then there was a blood flow, blah, blah, blah. I know for that scene, I'm doing special effects there. I'm bringing in blood because they said there was blood flow. Even if it's a gunshot, you say, okay, there was a gunshot and the gun did poo, and then there was blood everywhere. I would know, okay, I'm bringing a squib and I'm making it believable. I'm making it look believable that this person was shot. You understand? I'm doing SFX on this person. So I'm just going to be doing the breakdown per scene. Okay. How do you handle situations where makeup or special effects didn't translate well on camera? So I have a question about this. When you say didn't translate well on camera, like it's not camera friendly or is looking terrible on screen. Is it that one? Because if you do a makeup on an actor and the person's face is looking brighter than the body, the person's face is bright, the person's body is black. I don't know how I'm going to explain that one. Or is it that the person's face is not, or the makeup is not sitting well? Like if there's a way to adjust it, there's nothing you can do if there's, whatever it is the camera is saying, that's what you have done. So that's why I used to tell people that they should invest in good makeup. Even producers and directors, I used to tell them, invest. You see some Yoruba movie, the person is looking orange from afar just because they added light to the person's face. But then you are a professional makeup artist, you know that, okay, this is the type of light they are going to use. Don't let me use orange too much so that when the lights start bouncing on my actor's face, my actor doesn't look like a pumpkin. So you just have to, I used to tell people, it's even better for them to look darker than to look whiter on screen. And one thing I also used to tell the people that work with me is that the reason why we use light is just to mimic the light the actors would sit, you understand, that will be facing them. That's the reason why we use bright light to do makeup. Because if the light is on your face, you are seeing everything. Even if you've done the color, this thing you use for your actor is not good, you would know, oh, okay, if I'm seeing this with light, then imagine what the camera will see. The camera would see everything. Like you cannot even improvise when the camera sees anything bad. So you just have to make sure from the beginning, everything is sitting well. The makeup is sitting well on the actor's face. the SFX is sitting well on the actor's face. It's not looking like a bad that you just pasted on the person's skin and then you colored it. It's going to show that unlike any more actor you understand? There was a particular time I saw a movie and I saw toothpaste as blood. I knew it was toothpaste because it is my line of work. Like, sometimes it is ketchup that they would use. So it is, whatever it is you can see on your face, just know that the camera will see it ×2. So from the beginning, just make sure you are doing a good job from the beginning. And also, all those actors too, they are very, very funny. They are very, very funny. They'll tell you, I don't want to be black, I don't want to be white, Just tell them you are doing your job. You're not doing makeup for them. You are doing makeup for the character. And the character says blended makeup. So your makeup has to be the same thing with your skin because they are very, very funny. Some actors are funny. I've been on set one day and this particular actor told me to put foundation and powder and contour her face. And you are a sad housewife and your husband is cheating on you. How are you supposed to have makeup on? You're supposed to look tired, angry, bitter. And then you're saying you want me to contour your face. So you just have to deal. If you cannot deal with those actors, just tell the director that, director, your actor is not cooperating with what we have in store for her. So whenever you have issues like that, always tell the director. In fact, directors might be busy. Just tell the AD or the producer, what techniques or trend do you use to ensure continuity in filmmaking? I already said it earlier on. I think maybe you were not here. I said we take pictures. We take very clear pictures per scene. If I've done a makeup now, and according to the script, the person is going to carry the makeup for 2 days. Maybe the person was kidnapped or anything. If you have a full makeup on while you were kidnapped, it's going to be different the same day. It's going to be different the second day, the third day. So you just have pictures and be like, okay, this person was kidnapped. Maybe like you just smudge the eyeshadow and put tear lines with mascara on the person's lap. Maybe the person cried. And the second day is looking worse. Third day, you'll be cleaning it little by little. But like I said earlier on, to ensure a very good continuity on set, always take each picture per scene and tag it on your phone. Take pictures, keep them on your phone, put them scene 3, episode 5, tag it. So when there's scene 3, episode 6, and it's still the same outfit, and you're shooting it 3 days after, you can always go back to scene 3, episode 5 to do the same makeup for scene 3, episode 6. You understand? If it is the same, scene, I'll be episode 6, I'll be episode 3, scene 6 and scene 5, and can be used for blood special effects. You can make your blood yourself. You can use glycerin, red food coloring, and chocolate to make your blood yourself, yes. Or you can buy fake blood if you have the money. But please don't use tomato paste. Please don't use Zobo. Zobo is going to turn black after a while. Don't use Zobo. Don't use tomato paste. Don't use Zobo. You can make your blood. It's actually very easy to make. If you know you want your blood to be very, very thick and you want to do it yourself, just use thick chocolate, melt it, and then add red food coloring. Or if you know you don't want to waste your chocolate, you can buy glycerin. That one has a very thick consistency, like Ororo. You just put red food coloring in it to your desired this thing. And if the blood is too bright, maybe you want the blood to be little bit black, you just add, what's it called? Color brown to it also. Yeah, I think that is it for that. If you have any other question, or I think this class is for 1 hour, Abi. All
yeah,
right.
so it's for 1 hour, and really you've said a whole lot. Thank you so much, Uma. It has been insightful.
You're welcome.
Sincerely.
Thank you so
It's just
much.
as if we should have a practical class quickly, like
Yeah,
just
I was
to
thinking it
quiz
was
to
going to
say,
be a practical class, but
yeah,
the lady that called me, Tashade, she said
yeah.
it's just online for now. Don't worry. Maybe another class is going
So
to be
maybe we'll look out for a practical class that
no
we can
problem.
do. I don't know
Yeah.
if it's possible to do it online. Yeah,
Uh,
or still.
I will talk about it.
Yes, we'll communicate about that. That's fine. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, Uma. I really appreciate you.
You're welcome,
And
sir. Thank you very
thanks
much.
for sharing freely from your humble beginning to where you are now. And good one on that, on this movie Tribe Called Judah. Wow, it was really a lot.
Thank you. It was not just me, we're plenty.
All right. So yeah, that brings us to the end of today's workshop session. And really, let's appreciate Mrs. Adebisi Peters for spending our time with us this evening. Really, let's send an emoji, reactions, clapping. Really appreciating that for all she has done for us this night.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. All right, so see us tomorrow for another wonderful time again with one of our facilitators. All right, thank you so much, and
bye.
Yeah, bye, and good night, everyone. Thank you.